If you're feeling stuck, if it seems like you just can't make that shift, you're feeling that negative energy, that low frequency, and you want to step into that positivity, that happiness, that joy, that expansion, this is going to be the episode for you, because we're going to talk about what it feels like to be on the cusp of change and then what happens when you actually grow. My name is Henry, and this is the Positive Mindset Podcast. Now, before we dive into today's message, we're going to take some deep healing meditative breaths to help us align on the frequency that we want in our lives. So you can pick a word. It can be love, joy, happiness, abundance, whatever frequency you want. And we're going to take a deep breath in. And as you're breathing in, we're going to say this word over and over and over again. Really charge yourself up with that energy. And then as you're holding your breath, visualize yourself doing something in that frequency. And once you exhale, anything that no longer resonates with you will leave you, and you'll be in a more positive state. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath in. And out. We're going to take another deep breath. This one is about alignment, about getting ourselves in receiving mode so that we can receive the message that we need to hear to get us in that positive state. So just imagine that you are surrounded by the most healing, uplifting energy that's meant specifically for you. It could have a certain color, a certain taste, a certain smell, however you imagine it. And when you breathe it in, it's going to charge you up. It's going to break down the negativity, the blocks, the weight, everything that's just been holding you back. And once you exhale, anything that no longer resonates with you will leave you, and you'll be in a more positive state. So let's go ahead and take another deep breath in. And out. So when you're hurting, when you're in pain, when you're going through a tough time, that struggle energy, and you want to change, we look so much to the external to make that shift. Maybe you're struggling financially, and that's a hard thing to deal with, a burden, and so you're looking forward to making more money, or trying to figure out a way to make more money, and once you make that money, you're going to feel better. Or you're dealing with hard people at work that are tough, that are negative, that are bringing you down, or it's family members or it's school, whatever the situation is. So often, our solution, or what we're hoping or praying for, is the solve for that. Meaning being around different people, making more money, whatever it is, like solving the external situation. And something I've recently discovered that is just so powerful, it's really not about the external. Yes, I want you to be around people that lift you up. Yes, I want you to live abundantly and have the solutions to things that are causing the struggle. But you see, an external thing cannot be a solution for an internal issue. Because you are a powerful being. You're so powerful, in fact, that nothing on this earth should bring you down. If you are awakened to your true self, knowing that you're an abundant energy that is nonstop, that is ever going, that is just here having experience to learn and grow, you could separate yourself and realize that this situation is not you. You are experiencing the situation. And so the clue that you've leveled up, and this is just recently that I'm truly understanding this, is when your perspective changes, not the external world. Because if you want to change the external world, you have to change anyway. We can't hope for things outside of us to make us feel better. If you live that way, you're not in your true power. And if you want to make change, you have to become the change. So your perspective, which is the frequency that you operate, that is the only thing we should truly focus on leveling up. Because when it does, nothing about your current situation has to change for you to feel better. Because your perspective, when it raises, when you're able to see things from a high enough point of view, you can see the good in any situation. You can see the love and the benefit of everything that's happening. And when you can see that, you can be that, meaning you bring that energy within you. There's a saying I've been saying a lot lately, and it's your frequency is what you frequently see. And so if you're seeing your situation and you can't see beyond it, then your frequency, how you're operating, is the same level as your difficult situation. But if you're able to raise yourself to where you can start seeing the benefit, you can start seeing the good, you can start seeing the love, what do you think happens to your internal state? With my coaching, I've really started to realize that it's not about the achievements, it's about becoming the person that can see what it is that they wish they desire. It's about creating the vision that is what you truly want. It's about building the mindset that gives you the lens so that you can see it and make it a reality. It's about taking the action steps in alignment with the thoughts and the vision that make you feel good. That's where true fulfillment comes from. When you live in a day in alignment with your higher self, which is what your vision is, there's no better feeling. There's no better feeling than walking alone on a powerful journey, and yet at the same time, being a powerful example for everyone. Our goal in this life, our mission, our purpose, is not to achieve anything for ourselves. You can do those things, and that's part of the experience. But our mission, at least in my eyes, is to heal and be the best version of ourselves, meaning the version that can love the most, forgive the most, heal the most, and give that as an offering. Because the act of giving it as an offering is how you get in a flow state. When you just do things for you, it can feel good. It can charge you up. You can certainly gain some energy from that. But when you then give that to other people by living as the example, that's truly empowering because the energy just isn't coming into you. It's flowing through you. So you get that infinite power like a river. It's constantly charging up. It's constantly giving you the ability to see more opportunities. So if you're struggling right now, don't try to change the external world. Solely focus on you. Recognize that everything you're going through is your chance for internal growth. It's not a punishment. It's not because of where you were born. It's not because who your parents are. It's solely because you are a powerful being here for a powerful experience. And the world needs you because you volunteered. You said, I am strong. I am a hero. I'm going to go through this difficult journey so that I can bring the light where it is not existent. If you truly want to understand a certain version of love, you need to go where it does not exist and then create it. That's what you do. That's your power. So start practicing gratitude because that's what's going to connect you to the higher frequency. That's what's going to change your vision. You see, you can't see things that you're not tuned into. The opportunity, the path, everything is happening and available to you right now. You're just not able to see it. It's just like when you get a car. You're thinking about getting this car. There's what you want. So you go get this green Toyota 4Runner. That's what you get. You're so excited. This is such a unique car to you. You've got this vision that that's what you're going to have. Then you drive it home. Everywhere for the next week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, you see the same exact car. All of a sudden, there's green Toyota 4Runners everywhere. Now, did everyone just go buy one because you did? Or were they always on the road, and now that you have one, your frequency is tuned into that, so now you frequently see it? Why would anything be any different? What is in your mind, you will see in the world. What is in the world is a resemblance of what's in your mind. The world is not as it is. As soon as you can accept that the world is not as it is as you are, the more empowered you can become. Don't give your power to anybody but you. If you want growth, if you want to level up, don't congratulate yourself with an external result. Congratulate yourself because you've built a frequency within you that's your new norm. You see, when you do reflection and you look at your thoughts, you look at your mind, you look at that energy every night, and you start to recognize that, hey, my base level has changed. Usually I would get frustrated when this happened, but every single time the past few weeks that's happened, I've stayed in a positive state. I've seen the good. I've been passive with the energy that was around me and filled with the energy that I desire every single time. When your new norm, your new frequency is higher than your last, that's what you celebrate. It's okay to be happy about achievements. I can tell you right now, with the recent changes I've made with the Unlock Your Abundance podcast, there's been some amazing things. Finances have changed drastically for me, and it's almost hard to believe that just by changing my mindset, I see all these opportunities. It's easy to think that it's coincidence, but it's not. These things were here. The solutions for you are there. It's just about changing the lens in your mind. So switch your focus. Don't try to change the world. Don't try to change your situation. Change and level up yourself and see the possibilities that will come. Let's raise our frequency and become the rising tide that lifts all ships. Well, thank you so much for listening. I hope this episode was impactful and gave you a positive perspective on your current situation. If you want to make sure you don't miss a single episode, make sure you subscribe to my email list. There's a link down below. It will keep you up to date with every single episode. And if you want to follow me on social media, there's my Instagram and TikTok down below. I appreciate all the follows there. And if you listen to this episode and you thought about your life, your current situation, you want to make a drastic change, let's connect. I'm a coach. This is what I help people do. I help people build a vision that's in alignment with your higher self. And then we build the mindset so that way you're thinking in a way that keeps you moving in the right direction. And then most importantly, we make sure that you have the daily actions every single day that reinforce that. So that way you can become someone that can receive what it is that you desire. If you want to do this, you want to have that conversation, you can either reach out to me on Instagram or there's a link down below. If you fill that out, I will reach out to you directly. I'm looking forward to connecting with you. I enjoy the one-on-ones so much because the change is truly powerful. And if you enjoyed this podcast and you just want more content, consider checking out my Unlock Your Abundance podcast. It's very similar to this, but it's all about tapping into that abundant energy so that you can expand. There's new episodes coming out every single weekday at the same time as this episode. Thank you so much for tuning in there as well. Well, thank you so much for listening. Have a great day, and I can't wait to talk to you next time.